Hi, my name is Olivia, and when I first saw that we were going to read Shakespeare's sonnets by William Shakespeare, I was honestly excited. I honestly wasn't excited. I've always thought of Shakespeare as something you study, not something you actually feel connected to. At first, the language felt intimidating, and I was worried I wouldn't understand what was going on. But once I slowed down and really tried to understand the emotions behind the words, I realized that these poems are actually really personal. They deal with things like time passing, feeling insecure, loving someone deeply, and being afraid of loss, which honestly made them feel way more relatable than I expected. The sonnet that resonated with me the most was Sonnet 29 because it felt extremely real and honest. The speaker talks about feeling unlucky, embarrassed, and overlooked, and that really stood out to me. It reminded me of moments when you compare yourself to other people and feel like everyone else is doing better than you. What I really like is how the poem changed once the speaker thinks about love. The mood completely shifts, and suddenly those negative feelings don't feel as powerful anymore. That transition made the poem feel hopeful, like love can actually change how you see yourself, even when everything else feels wrong. Another sonnet that really stuck with me was Sonnet 73, which focuses on aging and time running out. Even though it's about getting older, it made me think about how fast life moves and how important it is to appreciate people while they're still here. It felt emotional without being dramatic, and I like how calm but serious the tone was. The sonnet I struggled with the most was Sonnet 60. I understood the basic idea that time keeps moving forward and destroys everything, but the imagery was more complex, and I had to reread it multiple times. At first, that frustrated me, but it actually helped me grow as a reader. It taught me that poetry isn't something you're supposed to understand instantly. Taking time with it made the meaning feel more rewarding. Overall, my understanding of poetry has changed a lot during this module. I used to think poetry was about finding the right answer, but now I see it more as interpreting emotions, tone, and patterns. That shift has helped me a lot with major writing assignment too. The drafting process is still challenging, especially when it comes to organizing my ideas and making strong comparisons, but I feel more confident because I know how to explain why something matters, not just summarize it. Honestly, these sonnets changed the way I see Shakespeare. He doesn't feel distant anymore. He feels like a real person who was trying to understand time, love, and identity, just like people still do today. That's what made this unit meaningful for me. Thank you.